Packers at Bears. It is down to 3. We saw this open at 4. There was a few 3.5s on Friday. It is now 3. Let me just get this up on sportsbookreview.com. The lines and totals here on the NFL page. The total opened at 45.5. It's now at 46 or 46.5. We've spent a lot of time, as you say, Donnie, on these teams. With the Bears right now, the reason why I'm having trouble pulling the trigger on either side is that people underestimate the loss of Vic Fangio. I believe that that's a situation where people don't know how much will be taken away from the defense. We know it's a very good defense, but what will it look like without Fangio? Trubisky, we've talked about many times on the show. To me, he's a game manager. I think this is going to be a weak offense for the Bears. That's why I'm still having trouble pulling the trigger at -3. Packers have a new offensive coordinator. We just watched Rodgers hurt 2 years in a row. What Aaron Rodgers do we expect? He's got a top 10 receiver in Devontae Adams, a number 1 receiver, the go-to guy. But do we believe in Jimmy Graham? I don't. This guy hasn't been relevant since the 2013 playoffs. Aaron Jones is unproven. They have a strong offensive line. Nathaniel Hackett, Matt LaFleur. I mean, they've lost character guys on defense, Donnie. Clay Matthews, Mike Daniels, big character guys lost on defense. I'm having trouble making any moves on Thursday, and maybe you can shine some light. Donnie Rightside, Packers at Bears.
Yeah, it's gonna keep it simple. You know what the interesting part about this too, Jim? We're talking about Thursday night football right now, but it's not a true Thursday night football game. Well, Donnie, it's played on a Thursday, but not under the concept of what Thursday night football technically it is throughout the season, weeks 1 through 17. Because week 1, both these teams are going to be on even playing field, which really helps out Green Bay. If we're talking about this game, Jimmy, in week 2, it's a decisive advantage for what the Chicago Bears would have. But still, flipping back week 1, it's going to be exciting. You know, the crowd's going to be in full fervor. You're going to get a little bit warmer temperatures than typically you would have in Chicago in October or November, but it still breaks down the sand. And God love the people out there betting, you know, the Green Bay Packers down from 4-3 and Aaron Rodgers is back and everything's exciting. And I understand when you're taking a look at a defensive coordinator that's moved on and now the head football coach in Denver. But to me, it's like if you're the CEO of Microsoft or if you're the CEO of Nike, it doesn't matter what the hell you do. You're always going to make money because that 11 on defense for the Chicago Bears is lightning. The best defense in football. It's autoplay, Jimmy. Me and you could put on a headset out there and just say, oh, blitz this down. And they would do exactly what you want and dominate doing it. And that's the way I'm looking at. I think it's cheap now. When you're looking at the 4s, meaning, hey, they get to win by 7 in order to get the cover. Now I think it's down to 3. I like the Chicago Bears -3 in this football game. As long as we get just an average performance out of Mitchell Trubisky, that defense is going to lock it down for the Bears on defense. I like the Bears opening up right off the bat, Jimmy.
Doesn't it feel like Aaron Rodgers steps it up a little more when he goes up against the Bears? He's been a Bear killer over the years. Now he's healthy. We've seen this market move go from 4 to 3. You have no fear in a healthy Aaron Rodgers right now, or is there still trepidation?
Look, he's the best quarterback in football. So we're never going to be on the side where we say, you know what, they can really get after Aaron Rodgers and dominate. I don't think that's going to be the case. But when you take a look at what some teams can do, Jimmy, as compared to what some other teams can't do against Aaron Rodgers, if you're looking at the Bears defense, you can legitimately say first front 4, just go after Aaron Rodgers. You're automatically going to generate pressure. And then when you look at that Bears, how athletic they are at linebacker. So if you're looking for a screen pass out of the backfield, the tight end release over the middle, they're there. You're looking at one of the best secondaries in football if we include safeties and cornerbacks together. They don't have to do anything mysterious. They don't have to bring 7 guys every play just to try to get Aaron Rodgers, you know, off his axis in the pocket. They can do it with just their front 4, and I think they're going to be able to do it and do it efficiently. And you're right. There's a lot of turnover in this Green Bay Packers offense. There's a new head football coach. There's a lot of turnover on defense. There's way too many question marks for me to say, you know what? Aaron Rodgers. I'm just going to take Aaron Rodgers on Thursday. This line is cheap at 3, and it's a Bears line to me. I'll take it all day.
It's a Bears line. It is. But I don't trust Maserati Mitch, as you have named him. I do not trust him, Donnie. Do you?
Per se, the jury is still out on Mitch. And he's going to throw a couple passes to Green Bay. But I just think they're strong enough. They're at home. They're more talented than the Green Bay Packers. I think that'll be enough. If you get a good game out of Mitchell Trubisky, they should win this game comfortably by 7+. But you're right. Isn't that always the moniker? If you could say, you know what, if Carson Wentz was in place instead of Maserati Mitch for Chicago, it would be a pretty easy decision. But it's always going to come down to Mitchell Trubisky. But I just like the head football coach. I like the way they call games. Matt Nagy's going to put him in more positions to be successful than not. And also, we're talking about the Green Bay defense. Can they do things to Mitchell Trubisky that are really going to bother him? He's an athletic quarterback. This isn't a lockdown defense that's going to go up against him here.
Are you making the Bears, or have you already made the Bears at -3 an official pick on this show?
Yeah, right. It's official. I have it written down, and we'll get those tweets out later. But that will be an official play. Chicago Bears -3 to kick off the season right here on the Audible.
Right here on the Audible, there is a -3 at -105 at Heritage. You are allowed to shop for the best line that's available at SBRodds.com. That's part of this. Do you want to lock in the -3 at -105?
Let's go. Let's get it on. -3, -105 sounds perfect to me. Opening night football. Let's do it.
There we go. Donnie is locked in. His first spot on the Audible, his first official play on the Audible. And I'm not saying, I don't believe in Trubisky, but I'm not saying I won't end up on the Bears at -3. But not right now. Need more time. Do not feel comfortable with Mitch. Need to see Aaron Rodgers talk. We've already had people in the chat saying he looks methy out there. He's lost weight and has a crazy stash. I need, Bobby Lee Swagger says, Bears, bet it, book it, bang it. That's what he says. Bet it, book it, bang it. And that's Nate's on Cousin Mitch. Joe Richmere says, you're hoping for a D to win you a ball game. It's an under for me. Do you have any feel at this point, a little over 48 hours before kickoff, on a total move on this game, Donnie?
Yeah, you know what, Jimmy, to be honest with you, I didn't even pay any attention to the total because theoretically, I think it could go both ways, but I think the Chicago Bears defense will carry it, where we're not talking about maybe an offense of the Green Bay Packers going up and down the field on the Bears, but when you flip it over to the opposite side, there is the Chicago Bears with Mitchell Trubisky going to really air it out. I guess cautionary, I would lean towards the under since we're sitting at 46.5, but I don't really have any, lean either which way on that game where I want to play on a total.
Let me ask you a question again on betting philosophy. Is unders early in the season something that you look at because defenses seem to come into the season a little more tidy than offenses do?
No, yeah, there's a point in that because you're right. Because when you look at the preseason, it's no longer like, and you always start camp. If anybody's ever played football, you always start camp where the defense is way ahead of the offense to begin with. But now you're talking about a defense that's, together, and an offense that's played 10 snaps together in the preseason. It's theoretically the right approach to actually look for more unders than overs. Yes.
All right, there it is. There's your Thursday nighter, Packers at Bears. Nasty Nate's got a hundo on the Bears. Justin Grammer's got 2 hundo on the Bears. And Donnie Rightside has made his first official pick in the Audible on Bears -3, -105. All right,